What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pick Six Nation, and this time it's going to be episode number 205. And my guest for this episode is Evan Dent. Evan, thank you so much for coming back on, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome, man. I'm glad you're back on. That's awesome. And what we will be focusing on today is how I did this NFL season betting. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And for me, I did not have the best of seasons, unfortunately. I'm going to share my screen. So this is how I did. I'd like to zoom in on this. Hang on one second. Hopefully you can read this. So this is where I was on the NFL season as a total. This is throughout the apps, the platforms that I mainly used this season. This NFL season just had some lot of just really, really unfortunate luck. Just really unfortunate season.
Yeah, I mean, it's always important to keep track of how you're doing and keep your bets manageable. So for anyone who is betting, just make sure that you know how much you're putting out there, how much you've lost over the year, and
100%.
Modulate your behavior. Just make sure you're not losing so much that it becomes an issue for you. So
yes, that's 100% fair. 100% fair.
It was a difficult season for me as well. I didn't have as much luck as I typically have, but
yeah, it was just a really difficult season in general too. I think it was just a really, really difficult season.
Yeah, I mean, they call it gambling for a reason, and if it was easy to be consistently good, then there wouldn't be big casinos out in Vegas. So
the
difficulty of it. And yeah, I mean, this was a year that favorites kind of dominated, so that really affected the way that the betting lines were being set and sort of the performance of gamblers across the season. So
yeah, 100%. I agree with that for sure. How did you do? Wait, how would you do this season?
I was most successful. I had a nice sized future on the Bills winning the division that cashed out early, which was nice. Typically, I had more luck previously with touchdown bets than I did this year.
I'm
not ahead. I had some good weeks that made up for it, but nothing special.
Yeah, it was pretty rough for me, man. So that's interesting about you as well. Wait, how would you rate this season that you did? Sorry.
I made a good amount during the Super Bowl, and then I made that future, which pretty much
nice.
So a little above even, but nothing to write home about,
Yeah, I feel that, man. I feel that. It was All right, I'll show you my bets from this season. At least the ones that I use a lot. This is on BetUS, so hopefully everyone can read this.
Zoom, but in general, having any sort of spreadsheet like this is a great tool just to see how you're doing and then sort of figure out trends.
Yeah. Can everyone read this? Can you read this?
I think you might just have to zoom in a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
I think we're okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is my entire bet list. And also, feel free to the people watching the video, feel free to pause it as well. Wait, can you read what went on these bets from here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Hang on. Yes. Sorry. That's where I was at. Can you read these okay?
I'd say just zoom in a little bit more.
Thanks. Wait. Wait, let me see something. This is the profit tab right here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm kind of just running through these as well. Yeah, man. This is on Bet US. This was my best one. All right, now you go to Chalkboard. Chalkboard, we had a rough time on too. We had a rough time on a lot of these parlay apps.
Yeah, I mean those are the tougher ones to hit, so it's good to be careful with them. And only one thing has to go wrong to mess with it, so that's how they get you.
This is for everyone taking a look. We're on Chalkboard right now. Did you see the timestamp of the other slips?
Not the timestamp, but the.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to quickly run through those. Okay. All right, this is back to Bet US for a second. Maybe just a little all over the place right now. Sorry about that, man.
It's all good.
Okay. All right, now let's go back to chalkboard. Because this is really early on in the season. Wait, I probably don't need to keep doing this, right? In terms of like just scrolling from side to side.
Yeah, I think probably just the bets is better. Yeah.
Just like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks. I know you have to go in like probably 19 minutes or so, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to make this quick. All right. This is on chalkboard. We're going back there for a second. Okay. All right, that's all she wrote for chalkboard. Now let's go to dabble, and that was a really rough one too. My dabble record's even worse. I think for this, we just quickly go through these.
Yeah.
We're just going to run through these pretty quickly. As everyone can see, this is on dabble. This is a pretty rough part again, unfortunately. That's just kind of how it can go. I mean, I think next season we're not going to do NFL parlays. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's good to just focus on the straights, which I think you were doing best on BetUS. And
yeah. Straights are way higher percentage. That's what I'm going to focus on. So that's what I'm going to do. No NFL parlays. Sorry, I mean, try not to have so much dead air. Right?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of scrolling through bets. All right, that's all she wrote for Dabble. Now let's go to DraftKings. That one was just, these are the two that I did for that one. That was pretty rough for DraftKings. Now let's go to Fanatics.
Again, more straights. So
Yep.
here.
Oh. Wait, I forgot to put the value for that one. Hang on one second. I forgot to put the value for that one. And this is Fanatics, by the way. I literally forgot to put the value for that Chargers Cardinals game. Hang on, I will go do that in a second. That one was minus 115. All right. My dog Peggy in the background. Yeah. I want to just do more straight betting next season. Because it's just higher percentage anyway.
Yeah, it's easier to just focus in on one thing and make it rather than bundling things together. But as long as you stay consistent with your units and make sure that
100%.
parlay here and there if you're having fun, but otherwise, for consistent winners, it's always better to do straights.
Yes. All right, that's all she wrote for Fanatics. Now let's go to Prize Picks. Fanatics was rough as well, but it wasn't as rough as Dabble Sleep. It wasn't as rough as Dabble or Chalkboard or Prize Picks as well. So definitely with Dabble was not as bad. I mean, Fanatics was not as bad as Prize Picks, and then not as bad as Prize Picks, Dabble, Chalkboard. So let's go through Prize Picks quickly. Let's go do that quick.
Parlays again.
What?
Parlays again. I'll get you.
Parlays killed me this season. But I mean, I'd rather be transparent about all this than not even talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good for your own tracking, and it's good for just, there are plenty of people who only post the winners, or they deceptively post, their
Yeah.
like
I
that.
mean, there's been some fake tickets too.
Exactly. Like, it's great to be honest, open, track your bets, and then share them with people, so people know.
Yeah.
Failing, and you also know how you're doing. So.
And I mean, I just should have done more alternate lines. I really should have. This season, I should have just done more alternate over lines or whatever. I really should have done that more. I really should have done more alternate lines and way less parlays.
Yeah, I mean, they make the juice a little higher on those alternate lines to try and scare you off, but it's a good way to stack up wins and build a little money. So yeah.
Yes. This is Prize Picks, everyone. I did take some alternate lines on Prize Picks. I took a lot of them, but I mean, I just should have done them more on the sports book versus any of these DFS parlay apps.
Yeah.
There we go. That's done there. And now we go to Sleeper. This is Sleeper, everyone. So also had a really rough time on Sleeper and Prize Picks. Just rough time all around between those two apps as well. I'm just going to look back at the 2024-2025 NFL season and just use it as motivation and learn from what I did wrong and just go into next season with a way different approach.
Yeah.
Evan, what do you think?
I think it's great to have all that data and sort of that mindset, and definitely narrowing down the sort of scope to say, this is the one pick that I feel the best about, rather than spreading out across so many every week. Is definitely a great strategy. So
Thank
it's
you.
definitely a learning experience, and yeah, it's good to look back and figure out what to do next season.
Yes. That was on Sleeper. Now this is sportsbetting.ag. All right, that is sportsbetting.ag. And then this is Underdog Fantasy. And all right, I think that's all she wrote for that one. I mean, I should put Underdog Fantasy.
1-1.
Let's put Underdog there because, I mean, we did do that. So it's, all right. Now I can zoom out a little bit. I hope you can read those from there.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got it. Really, really rough, definitely rough NFL season, and it's a lot because it's really because of the parlays. So, like I said earlier, I'm not going to be doing any NFL parlays next season. So, I will not be doing that. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Evan, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for taking a look at my bets. I really appreciate that. Thank you for sharing yours. Thank you for sharing your how you did this season as well. Thank you for sharing that. So thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. You're welcome anytime. So
yeah, thanks for having me on. Great season, and yeah, we'll talk soon.
Talk soon, man. Thank you. And this is pretty much it for this episode. All right, take care. All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye. And Evan, take care, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. Thank you. Bye.